So, in my ongoing saga of the company who is piggybacking on our name, I posted a video yesterday of the first woman who I spoke to who was scammed out by these guys. And now I found another person who's willing to go on the record. So, I'm about to call him right now.
Hello.
Hi, this is Ryan with Premier Sealcoating.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's your first name?
Joanne.
Joanne. Hi,
Yeah.
hi, Joanne. So, what I'm trying to do is gather some stories of people who have been, done wrong by these people, and present it to the Secretary of State to try to get these guys, closed down for good, if not, arrested.
Yeah.
What I have found that they do is they find companies and piggyback off of their names. So they'll create a shadow company with the same name. They'll hope to get some of the calls when people search out for these companies, and then they either do shoddy work or they take deposits and never do work. And it's a rabbit hole that the more I go down, the more I find. So I'm looking, kind of for people to go on the record who I can put together in a nice little package and present it to the Secretary of State, and hope that they, appreciate the legwork that was done, and then find grounds to move forward against them in one way or another.
Okay.
So really, I was kind of just hoping to get, your story, like how you came about them, what they did to you, what it came of it, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. So I think we spoke last year, remember? Before
Yeah.
the holidays.
Yep.
Yeah, we spoke. So same thing, they had the ad on I basically just Google Sealcoating, and I got a number. I saw I think it was a different number, because it's a different company. Them, they're the people who were, like, their number was listed under the company name.
Yeah.
I can't remember what name it is, but they showed up, and we gave them a deposit, and after that was it. They didn't show up. So we've been working with the Secretary of State basically to get things going, or to see if they can help us. And they keep on promising this lady, oh, I'm going to send a check next week, and next week never comes. She calls me every week. Did you get it? No. She calls them. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to send it next week. So this has been a game, basically.
Oh, so okay, so they didn't even start work on or anything for you guys. They just took your deposit and then ghosted you, huh?
From September, and never showed up. That's it.
What was the project? That was it a parking lot or
driveway?
Oh wow, so even a drive is something as small as a driveway. They're doing they're doing stuff like that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, wow. Do you have the woman's name that you're working with? Was it you? I think you told me before it was a woman, right?
Yeah, Anita. I think I gave you the name, Anita, and I gave you her phone number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the same lady that you're working with? I'm sorry to say, she's useless.
Yeah, no one has been very helpful over there. That's kind of why I was looking to, find this lady, because then she's kind of getting hit from both sides,
Yeah.
But okay, so I appreciate you, at least telling your story as short as it is. I just, I'm dumbfounded that they're stealing
So what
people's
what are the other
deposits.
ones saying? What are the other
Oh,
ones saying? Well, it was quite a big deposit. It was, 8,500. It wasn't a small
oh,
deposit.
so hold on. So it wasn't for seal coating. It was for paving a driveway.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought I misunderstood you. I thought you said in the beginning you said seal coating. I thought it was.
No, no, it was a whole drivewit, and
Oh,
the job
wow.
was supposed to be 25 grand, and they took 8,500, and that was it.
Okay, so they did the and I when you asked for your deposit, did they give you the um your window for collecting your deposit has passed?
But they're not picking up my calls. I asked for reimbursement. They've not been picking up my call. So I reached out to BBB, and then I reached, of course, and the attorney generals, and the lady's been going like chasing them
Yeah.
ever since. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've spoken to other people where they've given them a large deposit like yourself, and then they say, that you only had 3 days to request your deposit back, and then after that, you got to wait for us to do the work whenever we do the work. So I didn't know if it was a similar situation. Well,
With me, they never gave me a date. They kept on saying, "We'll let you know. We'll let you know. We'll let you know." Um, and they just never showed up.
wow.
Yeah.
See, I've spoken to other people where it was a job about the same size, and they took the deposit just like you, and then they had it in their contract where with the day they started work they got another payment.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they showed up, did about an hour's worth of work, collected the payment, and then left and never came back. And in that case, the people got taken for almost 70% of the contract. So wow,
Yeah.
it's
So
a
what are the other people doing? Are they complaining as well, or are they
yeah,
letting it go?
yeah, they've had, I was, there's a woman from MathWorks out in like the Leominster area, and they were supposed to do her parking lot, and she got a lawyer involved, a lawyer involved in it, and they tried for almost a year to find these people, and every address that they use is a fake address. So
Yeah, that's what my lawyer's been saying.
yeah, so they can't even, track, track these people down. They're starting companies in their family members' names and not telling their family members. And it's just, and then when people do complain to them,
Yeah.
they threaten them with violence in one way or another.
Yep. Yep. They did that to me.
Did they?
Yep. They did that to me. And I have reported them to the police, and I told them if they walk through my door, I've already complained with the police, and if I put a bullet through somebody's head, they better not say I am a violent black woman, because I've already reported that this person has been threatening me. I had proof of all the screenshots of the calls that they've been making. One time he even made a call when I was at the police station, and the police officer told Roberto not to call my number, or I'm going to have to take a restraining order. So I told the officer, well, you're the witness. I'm here. I have made a report with you guys. This guy walks through my door. I am putting a bullet through his head. Game over. I'm not playing with this. He took my money. He cannot be threatening me either. So I'm doing this. If they ever try me, I'm about to kill somebody. Yeah. You can't be taking my money, and on top of that, think you can like bully me too. It doesn't work that way. Something's got to give, and I'm about to take somebody's life if they keep on doing this. So they stopped. I've not seen anyone at my house, as they said they were going to come to my house and fuck me up. I was like, that will be the day that one of us is going to be seeing the sun for the last time. They've not come to my door yet. So Yeah.
Oh, wow. They are you up in that? Are you in that? I mean, you don't tell me where you're at, but are you in that northern, Fitchburg area?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep. I
yeah.
am.
So it seems like they run their scam. We're in Worcester, around the Worcester area. They run their scam, and then they keep, going out in these bigger circles.
Mhm.
I've heard that they're out that far now, even maybe into southern New Hampshire. So, um, yeah, I mean it's a shame that these guys can do this and just get away with it. It's
And
like
nothing is done to them.
nope,
Nothing is done to them.
no, nothing. So, I actually got a call from a guy that runs a local Bobcat dealer, and they rented equipment from him about a month ago, and they won't bring the Bobcat back, and they're hiding it. They won't even tell Bobcat where it is. And then Bobcat said, hey, we want you got $80,000 piece of our equipment, and the guy threatened to kick the crap out of him, and same thing with you. So, now they have a stolen Bobcat that they're hiding somewhere. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, I'm really trying to, if I can't get the secretary, my hope is by talking to people like you, recording these conversations, having a platform that I can put out there and expose these. Because if the Secretary of State isn't going to do anything, if I can just, if I can make a big enough stink about it so that other people know that these guys are out there and this is the scam that they're running, then hopefully it'll dry up in one way or another. I'm taking the videos that I made, kind of exposing these guys, and I'm posting it to anytime they post a business, I go right in, I find it, I post the links to the videos in the review section to try to tell people, look, this is who these people really are. This is what they do to people. And I haven't, I've had people call me and say, hey, you better be careful. This guy is a nutcase, and when he sets his sights on you, it's not going to be pretty. And I have not. He hasn't confronted me yet, or he hasn't tried to call me yet. But I know I'm making things uncomfortable for him, because I know a family member of his who said that that I was a thorn in his side, starting to be a thorn in his side. So. Look, I just don't want him to use my company's name and do people wrong and then move on to some other company, because he emulates, he pretended he was a roofing company from Millbury. He pretended he was a paving company from Melrose. And, these people sit down and they Google the names of these companies looking for this company, and then he happens to show up. And that's kind of how I found out about this. So
I've been Googling, and then I think it was a different company, because however, when I called the numbers, they're the ones who picked up and they showed up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's what happened.
I'm not sure how.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. That's exactly the scenario. That's how I became aware of it, was that somebody called, just Googled my company, started talking to the person, thought that they were talking to me. And when, things weren't lining up with what they said, they asked, are you the premier from Oxford? And he at first tried to BS his way through it and say yes. And then they called him out with some more like specific things that he couldn't answer. And they said, what you're doing is wrong. They said, what you're doing is wrong. Like, you can't use another company's name. Like, for this exact reason, I was misled. And the guy said, well, it is what it is. So then I looked up the company name. At first I thought it was just my company, but what he did was he combined two different companies. So my company is Premier Sealcoating, and there's another company called Paving Solutions out of like Northern Rhode Island, and he put both of our names together, and is starting to try to build an online presence using that name. And all that does is, confuse people from Northern Rhode Island who are looking for this paving solutions company, and it confuses my customers. So
Yeah.
I made the guy from Rhode Island aware of the situation, and I haven't heard anything from him since. And I've sent things to the Secretary of State with links to videos that I've made, kind of laying everything out, and I haven't heard back. So I'm not going to stop, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today, and if anything comes of it, I have your info, and I will I'll reach out and keep you in the loop of what's happening. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Ryan.
Yep, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
She's not fucking around.
Sure, I'm kind of glad you didn't go meet her. Sheesh.
She's not fucking around. She
No.
said, like, I will fucking blow their fucking
She
heads
said it
off.
twice. Like,
Yeah.
she did not sound like she was fucking joking, like, in the littlest bit either time.
Nope.
She was fucking serious.
Think about it. She got beat out of $9,000, and like, regardless of how much money you have, $9,000 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Especially to go towards your driveway, and then you get fucked out of it. You don't even get your fucking driveway. If you want your driveway, you're gonna have to pay again.
Oh man.
That's fucking crazy.
Yep. Like, how do they get away with it? I like, if I took somebody's deposit and didn't show up to do the work, I would be afraid that, like, the fucking police were gonna, like, oh my god, I just stole $9,000. It's like you stole $9,000 from somebody.
They used to it. Like, they did it a couple times and got away with it, and now it's their thing. They're comfortable with it because they haven't had any issues. Like, they haven't had issues.
But you know what we need? We need a Rob Wolacek. The guy from Detroit.
Oh, that does the investigation?
Yeah,
other guy?
we need an investigative reporter that can, you're in the Hall of Shame. We need one of those guys.
Yeah, well,
Because
it's
who
solid.
else, who could help if, like, Channel 7, like, you can't call Channel 7, like, Help Me Hank or
Yeah.
something. They're more consumer affairs, like,
Yeah,
they're not gonna fucking get their hands dirty,
This guy with the...
Rob, we need a Rob Wolacek. Yeah. I want to be the Rob Wolacek. I want to go on the news and expose, So the guy from Bobcat called me, and he's telling me that...
Again, he called...
No. Well, I'm just saying. The guy from Bobcat called and told me that they're looking for that Bobcat, and I'm telling you, I would love to fucking get a hook on where these guys are and find that Bobcat and be the one to put that lockout code in there so that they can't use it. Like,
Was there just buttons on the thing? You put
yeah,
it
it's
on
a-
it and
it's
it
a-
doesn't work?
there's a screen, so it doesn't even have a key. You put in like a 4-digit code, and that's what starts it. So every...
Can't do anything without a code to go back
No,
in.
and once they put it's like a factory lockout code, it doesn't matter. Fucking, it's shut off. It does not move until they put the reverse code in for it. So they're like, we just need to find this thing and put this code in it, and we'll get it later. But
Yeah, because once it's sitting there and it's locked, it's no good to him, so he's gonna give it up. He can't sell it. It's fucking locked. There's nothing you can do with it, honestly.
oh boy.